Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Rossignol Sashimi, the slightly bigger brother to the Sushi, or the smaller little brother to the XV. This board features Rossignol's AmpTech Elite camber profile, which is basically on this board a set back cam rocker, so you have a little bit more rocker in the nose, camber through the inserts, and a tiny little bit of rocker out in the tail. This is just going to help with pow float, ease of entry into turns, but you're still going to have that spring and snap of traditional camber right underfoot. This board is available in 152, 156, and 160. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a sunny bluebird day with colder temps. There was a little bit of snow on top of the corduroy at about 3 to 6 inches if you really went hunting for it. And I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. The big thing to note with this board is that it does have a reverse directional flex, meaning stiffer nose, softer tail. So as this board progressively gets closer to the tail, it starts to get softer. Now in between the feet, you do have a decent amount of torsional flex, which makes it playful. And I would rate the overall flex of this as ever so slightly just past middle of the road, all mountain free ride. It's a playful board. It's just got a stiffer nose, softer tail, which makes it amazing for pushing through chunder and chop. At high speeds, you don't really get a ton of chatter out the nose. You'll notice there's a little bit, but it never fully resonates back under that front foot. And even in the tail, when you get into lumpy mashed potatoes, chunder, ruts, it doesn't get fully bucked around and want to wash out. It stays on top of everything, and you're just able to kind of just cruise along as you need to with it. What I like about this board is with that offset cam rocker, you still have traditional camber that you can load up, and with the micro rocker in the tail just being so minimal, it creates this perfect flex point that's almost like a springboard. So you do have to load it up, but when you do, it engages that rocker and you get more spring and snap. This is a board that's actually relatively easy to pop in when you get into POW. You're just sort of like springboarding, porpoising along. And when you're on a groomer, you can send a roller, a side hit with ease. It's not something that you're like, oh my God, I hope I get pop, or you're springing fully off the back foot. The whole camber section with that micro rocker zone work in conjunction to help you get the spring that you want. So obviously, if you're gonna pow butter with this thing, you gotta be way out on the nose, and you do have an elongated rocker section plus all that up kick to get on there. The thing to note, this is the stiffest section of the board, so you want to get your weight out there, and there's going to be some fight into it. So if you're looking to swivel and sizzle in some snow, just be prepared for a little bit of fight. That's really what it is. With the tail, high-speed wheelies. I mean, you literally got next to nothing back there. So what you want to do is just get up on that tail and just spray and slay as best you can. You know, you're just going high-speed, Mach 10, just all the way through with it. That's just kind of how I do things. I don't know about you if you make that sound effect when you do it, but I do. I do. You should get on that. This is a board that drives carves like no other, mainly due in respect to its reverse directional flex pattern, the cam rocker, the shaping of it, and everything. It's smooth and nimble into the turn, and then you get so much power between the feet that you can really slingshot it in and out. If you want to be mellow with this board, you can be mellow, but if you want to be aggressive, go be aggressive. It's the best of both worlds. This thing kind of just handles everything in front of it with ease, and you don't have to worry about it. It's a solid board that grips when it's on edge because it has that serrated edge tech, and you don't have to worry about it. So who's this board for? The resort powder chaser that wants a slightly volume shifted board. Someone that doesn't want one that's fully aggressive, like say a Sushi, but doesn't want to go up to just like an aggressive old school free ride board just like the XV. This is that best mix of both worlds that just keeps it right there in the middle and lets you rip the mountain. So the last time I rode this board, wasn't really in love with it. It was a snowboard. It did snowboard things. Now, no one can actually confirm with me that if there was any tweaks to it, but it feels like the core had a slight tweak to it. The flex is just a little bit more playful than the last one I rode, or I got a production sample that wasn't quite dialed in. Either way, this board is phenomenal for what it is. It transitions smoothly from edge to edge when you're on a groomer. It floats well in POW. You got that spring from the midsection off the tail when you absolutely need it. Don't sleep on this board. A lot of people have, and for the price, you're gonna get a good bang for the buck. Comparable boards: the Nidecker Mosquito, the Rome Stalefish, the Ride Super Pig, This has been my review of the Rossignol Sashimi LG. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not going to miss any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really want to support us and just help us grow out what we're doing over here, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.